Hello, I'm Laura Simmons, and I am going to do a TED Talk today on protecting the wonder in the age of artificial intelligence. So, today, I want you to imagine that you are walking into a preschool classroom in the year 2035. You see a young child sitting on a soft rug reading aloud to an artificially intelligent learning companion that adjusts instantly to her language and level of interest. Across the room, another child is designing a digital ecosystem where dinosaurs roam the landscapes he created using voice commands and creative problem solving. Meanwhile, the teacher is not standing at the front of the classroom delivering a scripted instruction. Instead, she is sitting behind a small group of students asking thoughtful questions and encouraging collaboration and guiding deeper learning. This vision is not a distant fantasy. In fact, it represents the direction of education that is already moving as artificial intelligence becomes increasingly integrated into learning environments. The critical question educators and policymakers must consider is not whether an artificial intelligence will transform education, but rather the question that they should ask is whether this transformation will strengthen or weaken the human relationships and experiences that are making learning meaningful. The central argument of my talk is that artificial intelligence has the potential to fundamentally reshape how humans learn. However, its greatest contribution will not be automation alone. Instead, artificial intelligence can amplify the impact of effective teaching, expand access to personalized learning, and support the development of critical human capacities such as creativity, collaboration, and curiosity. When implemented thoughtfully, intelligence can help education become more responsive and equitable. When implemented poorly, it risks in reinforcing existing inequities and reducing authentic human engagement. Education systems around the world are currently experiencing rapid change due to technological innovation, globalization, and shifting workforce demands. According to the uh, World Economic Forum, many of today's learners will enter careers that do not yet exist. The reality requires that they shift away from instructional models that prioritize memorization and standardized responses toward approaches that emphasize adaptability, problem solving, and lifelong learning. Artificial intelligence has the potential to support this shift by enabling more individualized and dynamic learning experiences. Emerging research suggests that artificial intelligence can provide real time feedback with adaptive learning pathways that respond to an individual student's needs. Intelligent tutoring systems, for example, can help analyze student responses and adjust instructional content accordingly, allowing learners to progress at their own pace. Additionally, scholars argue that artificial intelligence can reduce administrative and routine instructional tasks, allowing teachers to dedicate more time uh, such as more time to high impact interactions such as mentoring, facilitating discussions, and providing targeted support. This redistribution of professional time could significantly enhance the quality of learning environments. The potential benefits of artificial intelligence are particularly relevant in early childhood education. High quality preschool programs have long emphasized play based learning, social interaction, and inquiry driven exploration. Economic research indicates that investments in early childhood education produce long term societal benefits, including improved educational attainment, increased earnings, and reduced social costs. These findings highlight the importance of protecting developmentally appropriate learning experiences as technological innovation accelerates. Artificial intelligence should not replace the relational and experiential elements that make early learning effective. Instead, it should support educators in creating richer and more responsive learning opportunities. Despite these learning and promising possibilities, the integration of artificial intelligence into education also presents significant and ethical practical challenges. International guidance from UNESCO emphasizes the need for policies that address issues such as data privacy, algorithmic bias, and equitable access to technological resources. Without careful design and oversight, artificial intelligence could widen existing achievement gaps or promote passive forms of learning that undermine student agency. Therefore, educators must engage critically with technological innovation rather than adopting new tools unreflectively. To harness the transformative potential of artificial intelligence while mitigating risks, three key shifts in educational practice are necessary. First, education systems must form a focus on automation to focus on amplification. Artificial intelligence should be used to support teachers rather than replace them, enabling more personalized instruction and deeper human connection. Second, schools must transition from standardized instructional models toward more flexible, personalized learning pathways. Artificial intelligence can assist in differentiating content and pacing, but educators must ensure personalization remains culturally responsive and developmentally appropriate. Third, educational innovation must prioritize human centered design. Decisions about technology integration should begin with understanding learners' social, emotional, and cognitive needs. Ultimately, the goal of integrating artificial intelligence into education is not to create classrooms dominated by machines, but rather the goal is to create an environment that is better support human development and lifelong learning. Creativity, empathy, critical thinking, and collaboration are not obsolete skills in an age of intelligent technology. On the contrary, they are becoming more increasingly essential. Uh, Artificial intelligence can help educators cultivate these capacities by freeing time for meaningful interaction and enabling for engaging learning experiences. As educators and researchers and leaders, as educators, researchers, and leaders consider the future of learning, it is important to protect what is timeless in education. Children's sense of wonder, teachers' professionals' expertise, and the power of relationships must remain central to any vision of educational transformation. Technological innovation should enhance rather than diminish these foundational elements if implemented thoughtfully. Artificial intelligence can help education become more equitable and more engaging and more human than ever before. The future of learning will not be determined solely by advances in technology, but rather it will be shaped by the values that guide how technology is used. By embracing innovation while maintaining a commitment to uh, human-centered teaching and learning, educators can ensure that artificial intelligence serves as a catalyst for positive and lasting change. Thank you.